What's up, guys? Welcome back to Carnegie Studios. I'm Chris, and today we're going to be doing a practice session. So, a couple things I want to focus on. We're going to take a chord progression and we're going to play in a couple of keys. So, C, D, maybe E major scale as well. We'll see how much time I have. And then also, we're going to be focusing on inversions and chord voicings. Those are a couple things that we're going to look at. And it's just to show you just a little bit of what you can practice and how to practice it, right? And how to think a little bit when you're playing the keyboard or the piano, right? So let's jump right into it. So we're gonna start off in the key of C. The chord progression is going to be a 1-5-6-4 chord progression. So you're gonna have a 1, 1, 5, 6, 4. So C major, G major, A minor, and then F major. So let's jump right into it. So we've got that chord progression, and one way to look at it, or one way to play it, the easiest way to play it is, right, having a note or octaves in the left hand, and then playing the root position chord in the right hand. But it almost seems too spread out, right? Especially if you're a beginner. That seems cool and serves its purpose, but let's condense things a little bit. Let's bring things together a little bit. And so one thing we can look at in the left hand, we're going to be playing those octaves again. We can also add that fifth, 1, 5, 1. I covered left hand voicings in a couple of videos ago. I'm going to link that, so please check that out. So in my left hand, I'll have C, G, and C, or 1, 5, 1. And in my right hand, I can still play that root position all the way up here, or I can take it down a couple of inversions and play first inversion. I'm gonna take everything up. Sounds a little brighter. So in my left hand, 1, 5, 1, and in my right hand, I'll take C major and play first inversion. So it'll go to this first inversion. Then I'll jump to G, play that A minor, then back to the F. Things seem way closer now, right? Or we're bringing it together, and that's what the goal is. So we started off playing those root positions. Now we're playing a little bit of inversions, and we're condensing the voicing a little bit so that it's easier to play, easier to get to. And that's if you practice it and know it. So practice that. Practice those inversions, practice those voicings. They help out in the context of playing that song. So I have this. And what changes in my left hand? I went from playing 1, 5, and 1 to playing the 1 and the 5. I can go back to playing the 1, 5, 1 down here, but it just makes more sense to do it like this. Or I can still play octaves as well. But it just makes sense to play that 1 and the 5 and keep it closer together right now. So I can do that. So in my left hand, 1, 5, 1, right hand, first inversion. I can also take this right hand, that first inversion, go up and play second inversion. Start off with second inversion. And going to that G is easy. All I take is C, play it down a half step, take that E, bring that down a whole step. Now I'm at G. Then I go up to A, which is easy. And then there's F. Simple. Then I can also do this. I can play that first inversion, go up to that G, 1, 5, 6, and then instead of playing the F root, I'll play 1, 5, 1, F, C, F, and then I'll play F first inversion. So I have a few things that I can add and subtract. I can go or I can mix and match it. So that's a couple of ways that you can mix and match your inversions and voicing, right? Your voicings and inversions go hand in hand. but you can mix and match what you're playing and how you're playing it to get different sounds and different things that you're playing. Instead of just playing the same, right, falling into that rut or falling into the stigma of, oh, I'm playing the same thing over and over again. It's a song. You're going to play the same thing, especially if it's simple and especially if it isn't a advanced song, right? Multiple chord changes or whatever. And so to get around that, you can play different voicings, play different inversions, play a different type of the same chord, right? And this is how you get around that. And so that's in the key of C. Let's take it to the key of D. That's the second thing too. If you want to get better at playing all around, we want to practice in multiple keys or play it in multiple keys. It'll give you different insights. It's going to feel and look different because you're playing a different chord. So let's play the key of D. Okay, so in the key of D, I'm playing that 1, 5, 1, right? D, A, D, dad. Interesting. Okay, D, A, and D. And in the right hand, I'm playing that F sharp, that A, and that D. That first inversion in the right hand. Then I'll play that root and the 1 and the 5. Right, root position A, 1 and the 5, A, and E. Go up to the 6, and then I'll come back down to the 4. First inversion. Let's do that second inversion. I did a little something different right here. I did B minor 7. So you could also add the 7th chord, but let's keep it to just triads. So, and then G major. So let's look at that. I did that first inversion. Second inversion now. And then I can play that first inversion of the G chord, right? 1, 5, 1. So that's in the key of D. All right, let's move it up. Key of E, right? So right hand I can do, I didn't do this in D, but I'll do this in E. Let's play that E, regular triad. 1, 5, 6, 4, and then back to 1. Right. So let's back to 1. So let's do that inversion, right? First inversion in the right, and that 1, 5, 1 in the left, ending that A. But we can go back, play that first inversion, root position, 1 and the 5 in the left for that second chord. Then we'll go up, play that same thing, 6, and then come back down, 4, and then back to 1. First inversion again, and then you can end it out. So there you have it, folks. A simple way to practice your chord progressions, your chord inversions, your chord voicings, all into one chord progression, right? All in one. And so that's sort of the thing that you want to do. Take multiple things that you need to practice and put it all into one so that you can be able to mix and match and have more variety in what you're playing and play it in multiple keys. And that's a big thing about it. That's why it is important to know your major scales, how to play it, know the number system as well, which I've covered too, how to apply that to your playing so that you can easily translate into different keys. Some are easier than the others. These are fairly simple keys, C, D, and E. Those are simple to learn. But if we're getting into the F sharp or the G sharp or the B flat, right, it's going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be a little more difficult, and that's okay. You're supposed to challenge yourself. And so thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment, and let me know what you would like to see more of. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.